Welcome to a Chart Nerd technical analysis video. Today we will be discussing the likes of VELO, of which we have some very good news. We have just broken out of a 40-day consolidation period between a key level of resistance and a key level of support. So today we're going to be taking a look at some potential bullish targets, what this might mean for VELO, and what we could be looking forward to in the near future. Nothing that I say is financial advice, guys. Let's dive into the content. So analyzing VELO here on the daily time frame, we're going to go through a few different fractals today and cover some charts that we've been looking at previously, but this one here, the horizontal channel where we was caught between a key level of resistance and a key level of support, is what we want to monitor specifically. And the only reason being is because we was caught between this range for over 40 days and we was waiting for a decision, a confirmational break of this resistance or a confirmational break of this support, of which we would have had a breakdown target to 0.015 if we had lost 0.022, and if we've broken out, we've got the breakout target to 0.048. Now, as you can see, as of yesterday and today, VELO yesterday closed out at 0.034. Yesterday was VELO's highest daily close since June of 2022. So very bullish signals, and this high was higher than all of these previous candles on this horizontal level of resistance. Now, what would be even a more bullish statement here is this wick high on the 16th of December, our 0.035 high. If VELO can close out today above this level, it would be extremely bullish moving forward. Now, I think because we have this breakout here, I do think that the target remains to the breakout target at 0.048 at a minimum. And I don't know if this has any confluence with a fib here, but if we get a fib on from the wick low retracing to the wick high, and I'm going to get a 1272 here and see if this has any sort of confluence. So you can see that around, it might be around, somewhere between the 1272 and the 1618, possibly the 1414. Let's just get that on as well. Let's have a look where the 14. So VELO's 1414 sits at 0.04 and the 1618 sits at 0.05. So you can see that our breakout target sits between this orange line, the 1272, and the 1618. So sort of bang in the middle of these two fib extension targets. So there is some confluence here going from this wick low retracing back to 0.035. Once we actually take out 0.035, which you can see that our candle close is actually running into right this second. If we can close out above that, I think it gives more confluence that sooner rather than later, we're going to push on to the 0.04 range, potentially the high 0.04s. Now, if we are to see resistance at this point here amongst this breakout, and if we do fall back into this channel, just because we have broken out of this high and we've put in a new local high as of this year, leads me to be in more favor again that this breakout is still to the upside, regardless if we come back down. Now, if we do see some sort of pullback here and we do have the likelihood of coming back into this channel, if we do, guys, you've got the daily 20 EMA and the daily 55 that will act as support. And I've been screaming this throughout the whole of this channel. You can see that once we lost the daily 20 EMA, this was back where our support was. We came up above it into resistance. We came below it again, but then rallied back up. And then for the last sort of, how long was this period? I think this period was for a very, 2 weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days. We had 13 days between this range of resistance at 3.2 and support at 2.8. So VELO was consolidating for 13 days inside the larger horizontal channel and was holding above its daily 20 EMA. And I was saying that this 20 EMA, the longer we hold it as support, is eventually going to push us through this resistance. And this is what's happened. As of yesterday and today, we are seeing the breakthrough of this key level of resistance. So what we would like to see today to remain bullish going into tomorrow and further days is a close above 0.035, and above all, just staying above this previous key level of resistance at 0.033. So I do believe, because we've had this momentum and this consolidation for such a long period of time, and now we've got the breakout, that lower time frame really and truly should just be ignored and we should look further to the macro. Again, if we do come back down, I will analyze key support levels here on all case of scenarios. Again, the 20 EMA is the main level of support right now that I would look for on any pullback, and that currently sits at 0.030. Now, again, not saying that that's going to come into fruition, because we do have the breakout and we could see continuation up to these high 0.04s in the near short term, which is what I'm potentially looking for here because of this breakout. So a lot of information to take in. Really and truly, what you want to take away from this pattern is that we had 4 points of contact on resistance and 3 points of contact on support. We then hovered around after the 4th point of contact on resistance for 13 days before getting the break. So if we go over to this horizontal trend line patterns here, so the one on the left, this pattern here is a rectangle channel pattern within a breakout to the downside. Now this breakout to the downside, as you can see, normally occurs when you enter the horizontal channel from a downtrend. Now, if you're looking for a breakout to the upside, what happens is you come into the horizontal channel from an uptrend, consolidate, and then get the breakout. So what we've got with VELO here is you've come in from an uptrend. You can see the trend, the prior trend was up, we've consolidated, and now we've got the breakout. So we are literally inside a bullish horizontal channel for continuation, and right now we are somewhere here for VELO where we could get the pullback to the channel for support. So as you can see, we've broken out. Right now we're sort of getting that pullback to the channel for support. So 0.033 is also a key level because it's the horizontal resistance that we've just broken out of. So if we do come back, that is also a key level of support. You've got the resistance that was previous resistance that could act as support, so flipped SR. This could be a flipped SR zone, and then you've also got the daily 20. They're 2 key EMAs. But what we could have right now is we've got the breakout over the next day or two, pull back to 0.033, then get a continuation. So just like in our pattern here, you've had the breakout, pull back to our resistance for support, previous resistance for support, then continue. So we've had the breakout, pull back to support, continue. That I think is potentially what could occur here. So 0.033 is a crucial neckline of support moving forward. So again, just to touch on this pattern here, in this horizontal channel, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 points of resistance and 1, 2, 3 points of support. In ours, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 points of resistance and 1, 2, 3 levels of support. So it wasn't too shabby to see after this 4th point of contact of resistance, we came back to the 20 EMA, then got the breakout. As you'll notice here, 4th point of resistance, this one initially just broke out straight away, but we had a consolidation period before getting the breakout, but nonetheless, we still have the breakout. So this is just to show you that we've come from an uptrend, consolidated, and are breaking out to the upside. Again, we've come in from an uptrend, consolidated, and looking for the break to the upside towards 0.048. Now, zooming out to the weekly time frame here, I wanted to actually, let's go to the monthly, and what we're going to analyze on the monthly now is the potential 10 and 20 monthly 10 and 20 EMA bull cross. So I'm going to change, that's the 20, we're going to get the 10 on right this second. We'll go in here to inputs, we'll put 10, and that will get the monthly 10 EMA on the charts for us. Right, so this is another potential scenario that we've been monitoring over the past couple of weeks. So you've got the blue line here that's creeping up on the monthly, and you've got this yellow line that we're actually toying with right now. We're trying to close above it. So if VELO can close above its monthly 20 EMA, if we get the close above this yellow line, which we've never had in VELO's history, I think it will be a very good sign moving forward, and it looks like we are trying to get that this month. So the current 20 EMA value stands at 0.035. This is a moving average, so it is going to change over time, albeit considered as the monthly, so this does take time to play out. But we are getting the push up from the 10 EMA here, and the 20 is also curling up. So what we want to see really and truly is the continuation here where this 10 continues to drag up, and so does this 20, and we eventually get a bullish cross leading into somewhere towards April. Now, if we get that bullish cross, what tends to happen? The explosion tends to happen as the cross is forming. So right now, as you can see, we're getting that momentum and that push up as these EMAs are creeping up, and as they continue to creep up, I would expect VELO to start putting in some explosive moves here, and this is what could give the game away really and truly of pushing towards 11 cents pretty quickly. What we'll notice is on the daily time frame from that horizontal channel breakout we was just analyzing, the target was to 0.048, right? So if we get a fib on from our all-time low, retracing back to the all-time high, what you'll notice is the 050 sits at 0.044. So this is a key target that I am also analyzing and also ties up with confluence from the horizontal channel breakout on the daily time frame. Albeit consider this 0.4 difference, the target on the horizontal channel is 0.048 whilst our 0.50 is 0.044, but you get what I'm saying. We're sort of, a lot of confluence is adding to that 0.044 zone. And again, right now we are consolidating underneath the 0.50, so we're underneath this level of resistance, but we've got these EMAs that are dragging up and curling up together whilst bringing the price up. So if VELO does eventually get the break and the close this month above the monthly 20 EMA at 0.035, I do believe 0.044 will come quickly, and then once that's taken out, we have our Adam and Eve target, which if we go from the neckline of the Adam and Eve back down to our support, I'm not going to draw the complete Adam and Eve on, but you know that once we break that level of resistance, the Adam and Eve resistance, the target is up to 10 cents. So really and truly what's happening is we're just working through different patterns on our way up to these targets. So you've got the Adam and Eve pattern, which is the overall macro pattern that we've been looking to break out from. We got the breakout in March, which pushed us to our May 2024 highs. At that point from May, we came back for several months in a sort of flat ABC correction, you could say. This was some sort of A, B, C correction, and then we continued higher here. Now what happened in this 6 to 7 month sideways action, if some of you will remember, it was also the 7-month triangle that we was analyzing for such a long time waiting for the breakout, and that eventually came with our weekly 55 and 20 bull cross, which was the prior bull cross we was monitoring for a long time waiting to form. It eventually happened and led to this move. So now this is why I think it's so important to monitor the monthly 20 and 10 bull cross that's trying to form, because this is an even larger signal than the weekly bull cross that we put in prior. So if this cross can form, again, from the previous consolidation of the triangle for 6 to 7 months, we've now had the breakout. We're running towards 0.044. This is the next target to break, and once that's reclaimed, I think it's no hold bars pushing us up to 10 cents, which is still from current price roughly around a 200% move, so another 2x from current, leading up to that 10 cents. Now a few months ago that would have seemed so far away, but guys, we have done excellent. VELO is performing very, very well, and amongst all that uncertainty in the market over the last couple of weeks, the strength was a very key sign to say that we were looking for this continuation here. Now, so that is something we're looking for, this bullish cross on the 10 and 20 EMA. Also, another thing to point out is a macro level of resistance that is also being broken out of right now. So if we get these candle close highs and drag this resistance up and we get support on from these prior candle closes. So what you'll see here is initially we were caught between this level of support, support, resistance, and as of this month we are actually starting to break out of this key level of resistance as well. If you're basing it off of candle closes, you can see we're pushing through this resistance. So that's another multi-year level of resistance the VELO is currently breaking through, and seeing a close above this level of resistance, which roughly sits at 0.031. It's ascending, so it's quite hard to give an accurate price, but if we get the close above that this month, another major bullish sign. So very, very good signals here for VELO moving forward, and it just looks extremely bullish, guys. I'll be 100% honest with you. The fact that we've had this breakout now from the horizontal channel just gives me some sort of confidence to say that we are looking to push towards those sort of higher targets. Now, our parabolic curve theory is something that we've also been monitoring for a long time for VELO here, where we could literally see VELO on the cusp of pushing towards 38 cents, where you've got this curve and you can see VELO's adhering very beautifully to this curve and is getting the kick up now as we start entering the vertical stage. So what I'm sort of focusing on here for VELO to get to higher targets is a scenario that will only be valid if VELO can break its 0.618 at 10 cents. So 0.618 at 10 cents is our key target of the Adam and Eve bottom, right, that we've been monitoring for many months. If this level gets reclaimed and VELO, say for instance, can come up here over the next couple of months, hold it as support, then I think this gives more likelihood that we are going to push up to 38 cents, which actually sits at our 0.786 fib. So if you remember from previous videos, 38 cents is our next target if VELO can get back above 10 cents and the Adam and Eve breakout target. So I think adhering to this parabolic curve, once the 0.50 is reclaimed at 0.0 0.044, the next target for me would be 10 cents and our Adam and Eve breakout target. And then following that, we get the last euphoria stage, in my opinion, that pushes us up to this previous level of resistance that hasn't been back tested from 2021. And I think at that stage, things do start to look very toppy for VELO. We'll have to analyze moving forward. We could start pushing up to $1 and above, guys. It's a possibility, but until we start pushing on towards 0.044 and 10 cents, of which I will be able to analyze at the time, I don't want to give too much hopium above 40 cents and want to remain conservative again until we get closer to that sort of price action. So nothing that I say is financial advice, guys. Right now, I do think the ultimate outlook is pushing to 0.044, specifically because we've broken out of our horizontal channel horizontal channel pattern on the daily time frame. Spit it out. And it just looks really good, guys. Great momentum. We've broken out of a 40-day consolidation period. Things are looking extremely jiggy. Now, going back to our weekly bullish cross, actually, I wanted to see how far VELO has actually come since we've broken out of that that weekly bullish cross that we had a few months ago. So again, we had the bullish cross here back on November, and since that bullish cross that we was monitoring, guys, we are currently up a staggering 159%. And I think this is the journey only just getting started for VELO here. Again, this signal, this bullish cross that has formed already, is a massive buy and go to the beach signal. This signal does not come around often. Again, it was VELO's first ever weekly bullish cross on November back in 2024, ever since its inception. Now, think about it. We potentially had a bearish cross somewhere back in 2021, and look at the move that led to. Right now, we are coiling up and have just only a couple of months ago put in the first bullish cross on the weekly time frame. So I think this explosiveness and this signal here was really and truly the sort of giveaway and the game changer that was saying, hey, VELO is not playing about. These are not games we should be playing. Get ready for some impulsive moves. Now, right now, just looking at the chart here on the weekly, you had these lows, we had these highs, we had these lows, we had these highs, we had these lows, we had this high and a lower high, a lower low, sorry, in between, a higher low, and now we've got a new higher high. So what I'm stating at here is we've come from lower lows into highs to higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, consolidation, higher high. So we've got the ultimate sort of bullish price action here. We've got higher highs and higher lows. It's essentially what I'm trying to say. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. The overall structure on the chart is bullish, and we've got the signals, the bull cross on the weekly, the breakout of the key resistance or horizontal resistance for the last 40 days. VELO is showing very bullish signals. Do stay tuned, guys. I will be updating more as this breakout unfolds. We are looking for a push now to 0.044 and above, and once we actually see the weekly closes above 0.035, I think we have ultimate confirmation signals of pushing to higher targets in the near future. Nothing that I say is financial advice. I hope you've enjoyed today's content from Chart Nerd TA. Take care. Peace out.